like on a Joe Budden. It was a Joe Budden podcast segment. They were listening to an AI album. Imagine an AI album, dog. Like, AI dropped an album. You feel me? They were listening to that shit. They were like, yo, it don't even sound bad. Yo, my bad. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of sounded, you know what I'm saying? It didn't sound far from like a SZA type of sound, right? It didn't sound far from a Summer Walker type of sound, type of, you know what I'm saying? Ella May type of sound. Them niggas was like, they were actually legit surprised. Why, like, how the fuck this shit not sound so bad? Like, I'm telling you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, here's what my conclusion was. I think, bro, it's on here, bro. Hold on. I legit covered it, bro. I was like, yo, it's because so that these AI companies, right, they don't have too much to like pay these real artists, you know what I'm saying? Because they can negotiate, not even negotiate, they can just like give AI whatever. They don't even give AI nothing, bro, because they run these AI things, right? Hold on, man. If it's like not too far away, it's been a minute, alright? It's been AI album review, bro.
I'm the only one. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, fuck that. That's her thing, I'm the only one. That's true, I ain't gonna lie, what's that? That's her thing, I'm the only one, what's that? I'm not gonna lie, fuck that.
Alright, bro, get to the point.
Hear it and it's good.
What's up, nigga?
So I heard some shit on Instagram.
What you mean it sounds familiar? So do you think, is it that they use familiar artists, like artists that are already out here making music? Do they use their vocals? Because like, whose vocals do they use? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Instagram, somebody had it as a song. I went to find the album. I found the album. Let me try to play some of it. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm not promoting.
I told you the other nigga got an EP. That shit ain't bad.
Yeah, but them getting you and them getting me is two different things.
They played the AI album Facts. What you mean?
With all due respect.
Well, what's the difference?
It's the difference.
They got you too.
No, they didn't get me. I bought it.
Got you. They bought the album.
You didn't know your nigga was AI till we came here and told you.
Yeah, no, but you didn't either. So when you heard
that's not true.
When you heard that song, you said, "Yo, who the fuck is that? That shit is fire," and you went and bought it. You didn't know it was AI before you heard the song.
I was going to buy it. They had an album out. I saw the cover. The cover looked fishy, but I'm already pressing download because.
But one, who is them? What's the artist's name, brother?
It sounds like good stuff. And then I investigated, and yeah,
good stuff.
Of course, yeah,
like some SZA type stuff.
This whole AI album sounds like that.
I bet. I think I heard this before.
Yeah, because you probably have heard it before.
Nigga, AI is dropping goddamn albums, brother. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like obviously, and the POV that I did share on here was the fact that, yo, I know that they trying to you know, keep more of the cake for themselves, bro. Because you know what I'm saying, AI is not gonna demand nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So now obviously, you know, like these niggas, damn, bro. What I broke down on the M.O.S, right, on the moral of story, I remember this. What I broke down on the M.O.S was the fact that these niggas will have a separation kind of tactic where they separate the AI artists from, you know, the human artists. You know what I'm saying? So that they phase the human element of it out, bro, so that it's just AI like on their platforms. This is crazy, bro. Like, and I was just talking just out of, you know, speculation and shit like that, bro. Yo, sometimes the speculation is real, bro. It gives birth to like real shit because you're not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Damn, bro. Realities to the thoughts that you know what I'm saying, that hit your mind, bro. It's crazy.
Questions about control, ownership, and what access really means in 2026. Story developing.
Piracy group named Anna's Archive has scraped and uploaded Spotify's entire music catalog. The scrape includes 256 million rows of track metadata, 86 million audio files to be distributed on a peer-to-peer network in bulk torrents, totaling roughly 300 terabytes. If you got a computer with 300 terabytes, somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell you could pretty much have every damn song that exists on Spotify, if I'm reading this correctly. Right now, only metadata is fully available. The music files are being...
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that whole thing, bro. I even forgot we was still, you know, chopping up the moral of the story right here, right?
released gradually. Oh, so it's happening in real time. Starting with the most popular tracks, Anna's archive frames the project as a preservation archive for music. So like a time capsule? This morning, a Spotify spokesperson released the following statement. Crazy. Get that off though. There's a Twitter account that says Spotify music library scraped by pirate activist group and made available as a torrent. We're literally back in the torrent days. This is insane.
Torrent days,
includes
nigga.
86 million audio files now circulating in bulk. That is crazy. This, I believe, is on Threads. It says, someone said, just say what AI companies say. I only downloaded all that copyrighted content for training my competing product. Seems to work for them. Oh God, it has. Wow. Submitting your music is now easier for
You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to hear. Matter of fact, I'm just doing this to remind myself, like, what the fuck we was talking about, right? Chop it up, man. Phrase, man. Like the fact that humans, you know what I'm saying, are going to be competing against the best of these AI joints. No, look. It's going to get easier and easier to obviously tell when something is fake versus humanized artistry. Cool. And because that's going to be a reality, I feel like the fact that it's definitely, we definitely going to have a split type of world. Like, we're going to have split worlds where it's like you're going to have the AI sort of spaces where AI generated music could really, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, I wouldn't say thrive or, you know, do its best, but like spaces where this AI generated repetitive sort of music can exist, right? And these are probably like playlists, you know what I'm saying, these are probably radio stations, you know what I mean? And also depending on the values of the radio stations and what they you know, what they find valuable, I guess, whether that's the, you know, authentic human touch in music creation, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I feel like the radio stations are gonna be for these AI things. And then you're gonna have, you know what I'm saying, spaces where the human artist is gonna still do they thing and still do the most, right? Which I feel like is going to be off the DSPs. I feel like DSP joints, you know what I'm saying? Well, as far as playlistings and things like that, the DSPs is gonna consider the AI generated music. But in terms of like performing, you know, performing arts, the performing of the music, you know, like retaining the soul in the music, the focusing in on just one artist and that artist becoming their own little world, little universe, you know what I'm saying, where they can expand into other forms of business like merch, like, you know what I'm saying, collaborating with other human artists, and just like the documentation of that journey of an artist. Obviously the human beings is gonna like exist in that kind of like space of the artistry. That's why I kind of think I said something about just casually listening and the playlist listeners. There's people that are just casual listeners of music. They don't really give a fuck about, like, you know, the deep aspects of this artist right here in this music, right? They just, yeah, it's whatever, you know, as long as there's music in the background. And I feel like those are gonna be the people who, they may not even tell that, you know what I'm saying, I'm listening to some AI shit. Because the music may just even sound decent enough. I mean, that song that we just heard right now, it sounded decent enough. I'm saying it sounded like some Summer Walker stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, some SZA stuff, if you're into that kind of stuff, LMA type of R&B type, smooth type shit, you know what I'm saying? But then now, when it comes to doubling down, trying to search the artist, obviously nobody saw the hack coming from a point where, you know what I'm saying, niggas was rolling out their AI albums and things like that, you know what I mean?